What is up, risk takers? Welcome to the Kill Pete strategy. I am Pete. I am a top 10 player playing the game of Risk Global Domination on PC. And today is the next episode of the Waiting on Your Best Behavior podcast. And with me, I'm very grateful, I'm very excited, the God of War himself, Ares. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for coming, man. I really appreciate it. Ares is somebody who I have always been very impressed by, always been very grateful to have the opportunity to play with. A very strong player, all sorts of styles. I think what we're going to do today is we're going to play some progressive. You want to give me some settings?
Um, sure. Let me look at the map. Why don't we do St. Michael's?
Okay. Do Mont Saint Michel. Progressive. What do you like? No fog, no blizzards, or
Yeah, that's fine.
all right. And with alliances.
Sure.
All right. I like alliances in progressive. I think it can be fun. Well, let's get some people.
I
in.
like it. I like it sometimes.
Okay. What would determine whether or not you like it? Like, what would be the
I don't.
difference?
I kind of like it more if I'm like playing casually, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, this is about as casual as it gets, no?
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
So, can we start with your bio? Tell us about
Um,
yourself. You're how old?
I'm 28.
Okay.
Been playing Risk for I guess about 4 years. Um, I started I think with the PS3 version of Hasbro. I used to just like play with my buddies or whatever, and then I eventually downloaded the app. I wasn't actually a serious player on the app when I first started.
How do you define a serious player?
Someone that has put in probably a few hundred hours, I guess.
Okay. Then we definitely count. Let's show the people your record. So this is Aries' record. He's got the verification tick. It is 534 on this account. 465 to 113. Are you? Did you have previous accounts to this before?
Yes, I probably got. I can't even calculate all of them, but probably at least 2,000 hours, maybe
Okay.
at least at least 1,500 hours
So this is more
spread
the
around.
iteration of your success.
Yes, the culmination of all that counts.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's whatever works. You know. That's sort of how it seems to me to be around here. Like my account that I'm playing on has 1,000 hours, but this one has all my losses on it really. And then I started a 1v1 account, so I went over to the dark side because I really couldn't get anywhere past. I think rank 29th was as far as I was able to get in free for all. How high have you been able to get rank wise?
Reach was 23 with the zombies. Um, Turkey settings. Usually we try to get full lobbies. Um, I first started off on Vegas zombies, and I reached like top 500, and then I switched over to Turkey just because it's just a more balanced map overall. So
All right, we got a game. Ready up, ready up. Yeah, Turkey is an extremely balanced map, huh? It's like no, it's almost like a cylinder. There's no real difference between any given position. Is that a good thing for zombies?
yeah, there's not. Yeah, I think it's a good thing overall. To me, Turkey is the most balanced map in the game. Just like no easy continent, so nobody's like starting off with like a huge advantage or anything like that. So
And that's perfect for what you're doing.
Yeah, when I do play rank, but it's been a while since I've tried to rank up like seriously.
And why is that?
Mainly just time, but then just getting into like different tournaments and stuff like that's I've kind of shifted my focus more towards that and just
Howdy.
Oh, is that
I
Tubby?
prefer to be.
Yes.
Hey, Tubby. How's it
Howdy.
going? We're doing Aries' show right now.
Ooh. I've seen Aries around. He's funny.
You're
I
fine.
like him. Okay, bye. Just want to stop by. Okay, bye.
So, you were saying? You decided not to
uh,
keep ranking up?
right now, yeah, the time thing. It's a lot for grinding, and then uh, if you're doing it like free for all wise, it's even longer. I mean, I think personally, it's just hard.
Well, it's certainly difficult. I mean, part of the satisfaction I find in doing it is because it's difficult. So I never really
Yeah,
looked at it as like a time commitment. Rather, I never looked at the time commitment as a problem. I'm not playing caps, mind you. That's a real
yeah.
time commitment.
I mean, I feel like I could easily get it by playing 1v1s,
Yes.
but still in the back of my mind, I feel like I can also get it eventually with free for all, but we'll see.
So you want to
Hopefully
do it
they.
the hard way.
I do. I like to do things the hard way.
Right on. Hey man, that's respectable. I kind of feel like I reached the ceiling of what's possible, at least given the way my strategies were. So in order to
Right.
be able to say I'm a quote top 10 player, the only way to do it was with 1v1s. Do you feel that's a cop
Right.
out though?
Uh, I mean, I think all top 10 players are, from my experience, they've definitely put in the time and the work. And I mean, personally, I know you was one of the, probably better players in the game overall. So I I don't view it that way.
Well, back at you, man. Like I've watched your gameplay, at least what I can watch of it, because we usually play Fog. And I'm always just consistently impressed. So it's like watch out for Aries, really.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I feel like there's probably with FFA players like I'd put you up there with it. Definitely, probably like top five in my book.
I would love to know. I would love to get all of the really good players together and this is why I compete so much right now. Is I'm learning a lot still, and I'm trying to connect with all of the really great players and get a sense of how we all stack up. Because of
Yeah,
the obvious weak points in the way the ranking system goes.
right.
Are you looking forward to next season's tournament?
I am. But it depends because sometimes the settings they just seem a bit luck based, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
The you're a zombie specialist when you play ranked. You're playing free for all, but you're playing with zombies.
Yes,
And you were playing, you said, a full lobby, so no AI, just the zombies, and then 4 other human opponents.
I tried to.
Okay. Sometimes it doesn't fill, or
Yeah, people don't ready up. That's the biggest thing.
sure.
I don't.
But I mean,
I
if
don't
you're winning
normally.
5-player games, man, on the regular, like most of these wins are 5-player games. That's pretty awesome.
It was quite a run I went on, but then I think I lost 2 games back to back at rank 23, and then that just kind of killed maybe like a week's worth of ranking. So, I mean,
And how did that feel?
that I wasn't real happy about that. I mean, but
Yeah, well, sometimes shit happens, huh?
right, but I don't know. To me, the tournament games and the Discord games.
Sorry, I lost you there.
Yeah, my connection isn't always the best.
No worries. We'll wait for Ares to get his connection back while I contemplate how to regain my early advantage. I also don't care for Papa Knuck laughing at me. That wasn't very nice.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, I guess not. It must be annoying to have a weak connection. I wouldn't feel comfortable playing ranked like that either.
Yeah, I mean, it does get annoying, but I mean, I love to play, so just deal with it, I guess.
What are you playing a lot of these days?
I play everything, but I think I've been focusing a little bit more on 1v1s recently.
Oh, cool. Okay. So you've gone over to the dark side as well.
No, not for rank, just like kind of competitively. I just want to be like an overall well-rounded player. I don't just want to be. I like to be good at everything, pretty much. I think that's important.
I also like to be good at everything. As much as it can be said to be good at everything. Are we like crazy competitive?
I think so. I mean, me personally, I am.
You are, huh? Okay. So what is the what is the source of the competitive motivation inside of you?
To be the best. I mean,
are you trying to prove something?
Not maybe to myself, but not really to anyone else. That makes sense.
And what, if I may ask, what is it you think you're trying to prove to yourself?
I guess that I'm the best. I mean, that's...
But don't you already know that? Like, don't you get feedback from people all the time that tell you you're one of the best players? Doesn't your record speak for itself?
But I also feel that I could be better than I am a lot of times, and so that's what keeps me playing.
So I feel that too. Like, that's a big reason why I'm, so active, trying to talk to everybody, learn as much as I can, do this interview show, learn as much as I can about you, about what you can tell me strategically, right? Like, because I know that there's so much that I'm still not getting about this game, and I want to get it.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like there's always more to learn, really. There's always like newer, younger players that are hungry. I feel like a lot of the players that have been playing a while, they just kind of get, I don't know, kind of just stuck and just like complacent. You know what I mean?
In terms of improving?
So I think. Yeah, I mean, I think players should be like open-minded and just willing to adapt to all changes, because the developers are going to update the game however they like, regardless of what we want. So you've got to be able to like continuously be able to adapt to whatever changes come.
So, what kind of changes would you like to see? This seems like a good segue. If you were
I
running the show, what would you do differently?
I would really like some new game modes, new settings, and I can't even put a finger on them. I know there's other versions of Risk that have different settings, but I think the game really needs like a switch up.
Okay, so what would that be? If you could have any game modes you'd like, what would you design? What would you suggest?
Uh, I don't even know right offhand. I know there's like secret missions and in the actual game, and just different things. I haven't really thought it out because I don't really think that. I think they'd listen to suggestions, but they still do whatever they want. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna do what they want. So
Yeah,
I don't. I wouldn't put the time into like really writing out rules and all that for anything.
fair enough. But one thing I can say with more confidence is that I feel like they're doing a better job of listening to us, the really active, really enfranchised players in the Discord community. Maybe this is just me talking through rose-colored glasses, but I'm optimistic that if we can come up with some really good ideas and approach it not in a you should do this way, but in a like, hey, this is a great idea. I wonder what you guys would think about it. That maybe we could influence, things in the right direction. I don't know. Am I too? Maybe I'm naive because I haven't been around as long as you have.
I mean, I think they're real big into their marketing thing right now,
Okay.
and I mean, I really don't. I don't blame them with that. I mean, make money, but um, some of the things, and we don't know what goes on behind the scenes with the coding and all that. So I don't know what type of difficulties they have, but I know they have like promised like some updates to the leaderboard, the ranking system, and all that, and there hasn't been much change along those lines. So I mean, I guess we'll see how it goes.
I figure it's not going to happen soon. So,
Yeah, no,
but either way, like I don't think I'd do terribly in an auto match environment either. So, assuming,
no.
of
I
course,
mean,
that the points were fair.
I definitely welcome that type of change. I think it would be a lot fairer than the current system.
And fairness really is the answer. Like, we all want our wins to be real wins. So, in order to accomplish that, you kind of have to. It sort of requires a system of fair competition, right?
Right. I mean, some players they enjoy the easy 1v1 route. So, but yeah, I think the more competitive and players they like the challenge more, whatnot.
Well, on some level, I would like to feel like most of my effort when playing makes me better in some way. You know? Like, that way at least I
Right.
feel like I'm not wasting my time, that I'm progressing
Yeah.
towards a bigger goal. Hey, Aries, do you ever skip a card if you're in your seat right there?
I do. Um, I'm not gonna lie. Like I am trying to win this game, but I'm not 100% focused as I normally would be.
Because you're talking.
Yes,
Sure. A lot of people have made mention of that on this show.
but it is a point because I mean going first, you want that bigger card set bonus, but also it could put you behind in the card order. What I normally do if I can, like if I have a set at 3 or I have a set at 4, I just go ahead and trade in. And that way, by the time I catch up, or if people want to skip, I'm still ahead with my card count, but I'm also, you know what I mean? Like,
So you trade in
I
that
still,
early set because it's kind of inconsequential as far as when you do it.
yeah,
Okay. Sure. And especially if you can use it to like establish a good board position.
yeah, exactly. I think just doing random moves sometimes just is beneficial. I think,
To throw people off.
yeah, I think it makes players, I don't know, second guess or,
Yeah,
and then I
I
think,
like to think I do something similar from time to time. I hope I don't play totally predictably.
yeah, I think players that have more influence, other players tend to follow what they do more, and so I try to be unpredictable.
Was there a point where you suddenly realized that you were a player of influence?
Um, yeah,
How did that feel?
it's it's good and bad. You know what I mean? Like I feel sometimes I get targeted a lot, but I'm kind of used to it now. So
The kill area strategy.
it just kind of like comes with the territory.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I
I
mean,
mean,
I could speak personally that I find your gameplay, impressive, but not. I don't really think I consciously ever target people. Maybe it happens on a subconscious level where you're just like, oh, I gotta kill this guy or else he's gonna get me. But I think everybody plays like that to some extent.
yeah, definitely, definitely. I think everybody has a idea in their head of, maybe not early game, but later game who they think is the shark and who's the fish and whatnot.
Yes, sir. Oh, this is gonna upset Cowboy, but I have to do it. No, actually, I don't have to do it, do I? I can do this instead. Alright. I have a plan. I've made my plan. Let's hope it works out. Do you plan? Do you like line up your kills right away, or do you kind of wait and see?
Um, I it kind of depends on the moment, I guess. Depends on how the game's going. Fog games are definitely a lot different than non-fog games.
Totally.
Um, thinking this one looks like I'm just trying to survive at the moment. um,
Yeah, because you came at me. You
well,
must
I mean,
you must have realized that coming at me was going to be a mistake.
well, I mean, it happens, I guess.
It does. That was a good move, though. I like what you just did. Oh, he's got a set. Damn it! I was going to eat Cowboy.
Yeah, I think we all kind of felt that
How much
might
do
be in danger.
when you say felt? How much do you think you play on intuition? How much of it is a feeling?
I think a lot of it is.
Yeah.
I don't, sometimes, I don't know. I don't necessarily feel super confident, but then I don't know, I just seem to be in a position to win a lot of games. And so that's what kind of keeps me going because I make a lot of mistakes. I can win a lot more. I know that, so.
Yeah, I feel the same way, right? Like, but it's tricky identifying your own mistakes and then learning from them. It requires a lot of humility.
Yeah, for sure.
There are some big egos around, that's for sure.
I'm definitely a confident player, but I'm also a very, I think, open-minded player. So I know that, I mean, there's definitely a lot of good players out there, and if you mess up, playing with all top players, then anybody can win, really. So that's really where I'm like focusing now. Is I don't really care about the rank and all that stuff. I just want to be considered one of the better players with the best players, if that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. So what would prove that to you? What do you need to know that to be true?
So, I mean, winning some tournaments would be good. I haven't really come close several times. I've also not finished tournaments a lot of times, but depending on what's going on in the real world and whatnot, I guess just being more consistent there. Really, I'm just kind of like focused on more tournaments now. I have been playing a long time, and so like I've talked to you about before, I do get burnt out a lot. So
Yeah,
the tournament,
what does that mean? I don't know if I understand the definition.
you're just bored with the game, like maybe it's different because you have, the podcast and the YouTube and all that, but I think players go through phases of the game, and then, they play for hours and hours, and then eventually you're just like kind of going through the motions and doing the same things over and over again. So I mean, that's why I'm always advocating like more game modes. I don't even know what they would be, but the game definitely needs them.
Variety.
Like.
You don't want to be doing the same thing over and over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will admit, like your take is pretty spot on. I've been able to keep this game interesting for me by doing all the video production that I do. Right, all the different variety for me comes from like, well, maybe I'll make a tutorial game, or I'll make a competition game, or I'll what I've been doing recently is kind of broadcasting the tournament games as well. So now I get to wear my hat as like a broadcaster, right? All those little things, or this show, right,
Yeah.
where I can learn about people, and that's always been one of my favorite things, the psychology and the differences between all the grandmasters.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of psychology in the game. I think that really separates a lot of the good players from the great players.
Okay, say more. How can you tell?
It's hard to put a finger on it. You have to be able to get inside your opponent's heads and be able to kind of just, I don't know, predict and all that, but it's kind of easier said than done. Some players are a lot more psychological than others. Maybe it's real life experience. Maybe it's just
Yeah, I wonder what it is.
I think
Oh, Obi,
shows.
no! Obi, no!
Somebody had to do it.
Why me, though? Why me?
Yeah.
Why not Papa Duck? Am I the fish?
I don't think so. You look what you're second in troop count.
Yeah, but Velocity has 2 continents. Nobody's messing with him.
That that goes to that that kind of you're a proven shark so far.
Oh, I see. And nobody's worried about old Velocity, eh? Fair enough.
Velocity is a nice guy.
He is a nice guy. He is a nice guy who looks like he's going to win this game. Oh, it's all good, man. I love it.
Sometimes it pays to be in the background.
Sure. I mean, I don't see those two continents as being all that much in the background, but fair enough.
That is true, but it kind of, I guess you got to decide who you want to go to war with.
How about everybody?
That's normally the way I like to play. I don't, kind of gets hard in friend games because a lot of people don't want to break each other's continents.
Well, now I broke everything, so let's see who breaks Velocity. We've gone from everyone holding to nobody holding.
I'm fine staying in the
You are fine, I know. I know, you're looking good. I like this game a lot. This is a great one. I love this map, too.
It is a really good map.
Apparently we're getting more big maps, so that's also very exciting.
We need more game modes to go with those big maps.
Sure. Well, brainstorm, man. Like, maybe when something pops in your head, just send it my way, because I would love to fire ideas back and forth, right? I'm always down to improve the game as well.
Alright, I will definitely keep that in mind.
You know what? You know how inspiration goes, right? Sometimes something just occurs to you like magic, and you're like, "Oh yeah, that would be a great game mode." So, I like secret missions. That sounds fun. You like get it drawn from a deck of like secret mission cards. Did you play the board game when you were younger?
I think I played it one time when I was a little kid in it, but it stuck with me, so
Okay.
I eventually came back to the game.
Excellent. Yeah, I was a big fan of the board game when I was younger, and then I played a bunch of different like online Risk games, and then this one really caught me right at the beginning of the pandemic because I've specifically avoided video games because this happens. I spend way too much time playing them, so.
Yeah, I think the pandemic really brought me on to Discord more so than anything. Like, I had been on there and I'd been playing, but I would take breaks. I would play for a couple months, and then I would take a couple months off. And then when the pandemic hit, I really just spent a lot of time on there. Actually, I got promoted shortly after the pandemic happened, and then I decided I didn't want to be, staff or have that kind of responsibility or whatever. I just wanted to be a player, so.
Okay. Why? What was it about the responsibility that you didn't like?
I kind of like just being able to do what I want without having to worry about, offending anyone and whatnot.
Freedom.
Or say what I want, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, definitely. Freedom of speech is very important to me.
It is.
Look at what happens when everybody is good and nobody overextends. Oh, do I have to be the asshole and break all the continents again? I feel like that's not going to help me live very long.
Sure, everybody has a lot of cards.
I know, these continents don't even matter.
I'm definitely not a threat to anyone.
Oh, of course not. I wouldn't worry about Ares. Obi should never have broken me. I'm a way nicer friend than an enemy. Oh.
Just wanted to gain a little ground.
Interesting. So, what do you do for a living?
Right now, I'm just a student. Going to school for computer science.
And what are you looking to get into when you graduate?
I'm not quite sure.
What is Cowboy doing? He's
Just
trying to kill
definitive.
you.
Yeah.
What?
I think he's got it.
Yeah, but
maybe
he only gets 4 cards.
Yeah, it might not be the best move.
It doesn't seem like this is a winning move.
But I mean, if he, nah, I don't know.
He also doesn't have enough time. So he feeds you to velocity.
And this happens
All the time, right? It does happen. Oh no! Velocity gave him a well played.
Maybe you predicted the game right. Velocity came in. What I think Velocity should have done though is mapped out the kill after me before taking me out.
Yes.
I mean, he might still win, but
Well, he's lined up to take
that would have
Obi, right?
defended-
Is he going for Obi? Yeah, I think he's got it too.
It looks like it.
Yeah, so that
And
maybe he did
Obi
map that
only-
out.
See, we were right, or you were right actually.
About velocity. Alright, who's next? It's me or Papa Duck, I guess. Or nobody.
Yeah, he's at a tricky spot now because this is the part of my game I actually need to work on. I'm actually more strategic and probably not as fast as I could be. And so I was thinking about that the other day when we were playing. Like, I feel like if I work on my speed a little bit more, I could probably win a good bit more games than I do.
Okay. I think you're being really hard on yourself there. It doesn't seem like speed is anything you're lacking. At least not since they nerfed everybody.
On the bigger maps with the, that I'm not used to, you know what I mean? I can definitely improve upon. But yeah, I'm normally like hard on myself in the game, anyways. I find that is a good way to improve.
Yeah, whatever works for you, man. I feel a lot like that as well, but I'm trying to be objective where I can be objective, not hard on myself for its own sake. Papa Duck's giving me the thumbs up. What should I do with that thumbs up? Should I break him?
Say what the right move is here.
I know what the right move is. I got a plan. You like that move or no?
Yeah. I guess Put the ball in their court.
Yeah.
Make one of them mess up.
Man, this one went a while, huh?
This is a good game.
This is a good game. Now Cowboy doesn't know what to do because he knows he's food. He knows I'm going to eat him next turn. And he doesn't want that, but there's nothing he can do to stop it. Unless Velocity gets to him first.
Yeah.
Maybe he doesn't take a card.
He's in a very bad position. He could run around the map, but then he's still got another turn where he has to try to survive and then hope he gets a set at 3.
Alright, let's see what Velocity does, because this will determine the future. This trade-in right here.
Looks like Velocity might be setting up for pop-up.
He's going for Cowboy. He's going to take those 2 cards. Then what happens? He doesn't trade. Papa Duck will trade. We have a 3-player endgame that I can't win.
Maybe. I mean, if they end up fighting each other, then a lot of games are wanting on the tape.
Let's see it. Let's see if Papa Duck goes for me. Oh, he's attacking Velocity.
Yeah.
Okay, how bad?
Might be your master plan.
Oh, I gave him 1 thumbs up too many. I see what he's trying to do. He's trying to trick me. Yeah, of course. Papa Duck doesn't think I should do this.
And I could see where he would be upset.
He doesn't think I should do this.
But does Velocity have enough? Oh, he does, if he maps it right.
Yeah, so Velocity is going to take 2 cards when the trade-in is worth 85, and he's going to kill 147 troops. And he's going to have almost no clock left to retaliate on me, and I'm going to control half the board. I think that worked very well for me. Right? It's net negative in terms of troops, and it's bad for his clock.
And he's possibly trapped his army.
No, he still has a third of his... No, he still has a quarter of his turn to hit me. It's not going to be enough. I can come back from this. I'm not dead.
You get a set at 3.
Sure. I can come back from this.
Actually, you might win this. You might have to choose here.
Well, because I just have so much of the board, right? So I don't know if he has enough time to hit me back. That feels pretty good, man. But yeah, you're right. I still need a set on 3.
You have it.
I do. I do.
Well, in that case, I think Velocity's in trouble.
Lucky me. So, Aries,
Hopefully he doesn't.
would you give
Hopefully he doesn't
advice?
for your 62.
Would you give advice to new players? Do you think there's anything that somebody getting into the game right now, like what would the most important thing for them to know be?
I mean, I always recommend to watch videos, and I think the biggest piece of advice is to not be afraid to play with anyone. I think a lot of players come in and they're like scared to play with the higher ranked players at first, and it really delays their improvement. I think the players that get better the fastest are usually the ones that aren't afraid to play with everybody, because I mean that's the best way to learn, really.
Yeah, why would you be afraid to play with the community? Is so welcoming. Why would you be afraid to play with anybody?
I just think some players, when they come onto Discord, they can be a bit intimidated. A lot of especially the real serious top, 10 players are real. They have all these statistics and they know all the dice rolls and all that. So it can be intimidating, I feel like, for newer players. By the way, I think your strategy worked out pretty good.
I got pretty lucky, man. But also, I kind of got Velocity to do right. Oh, and he's got the match on 3-2. Oh no, he's got the match on 3-2. Luck wins the day. Good game, Velocity. Oh man, that is awesome. What are the odds of us both? I'm happy for him too. That's great. I'm happy we got this one on video too. What an epic game. Okay, so there's another question I want to ask that I try to ask everyone on the show. Because it says a lot about a person. If somebody asked you if you were good at Risk, what would you tell them?
Absolutely.
You'd say absolutely? Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm one of the top players.
I think you
I
are
think
too.
I think confidence is really important, but also you should be able to be humble as well. It's a balance, just like with everything in life.
Yeah. I mean, there's confidence and then there's arrogance.
Right, yeah.
Nothing wrong
You
with
should
being
be confident, but you should be open to being able to learn as well.
Yeah, I never got anywhere in life just thinking I was the best. Got a lot more out of trying to find the errors and focus on that and pick apart.
Yeah, because, I mean, there's so many good players here. You will be humbled real quick if you think you're just going to beat everybody.
Man, this is a tough finish.
It is. Who will get the next set?
I don't think I live to the next set. Alright, I'm still 2 turns away. He gets me.
Well, you're gonna get 7 troops.
Can I break all those continents? Nope.
No, but if you get a set at 3,
I don't
survive until
think
10.
I live. Okay, I broke most of those continents. Get some hot dice, baby! Nah, good for velocity.
Yeah.
Yeah, wouldn't you believe I have a set on 3 again?
He's playing it pretty smart. Oh, you do have a set of 3.
I do. I can't believe it, man.
You might win this.
That is so silly. Oh no, his pathing. No.
Smart. Use the 1 dice. It works sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, but you gotta play to your outs. So I got another question for you. Can you recall any moments that were key to you leveling up in the game?
I'm not really sure. I went through phases of the game. I started out and all I would play was 6
Okay.
for the longest time on classic.
You started as a classic fix guy. Very
Yeah.
like many of us.
And then I eventually realized that progressive was the more... It was less luck based than fixed. Because, fixed
Says to
a
the
lot
guy
of
who's got
times.
a set on 3 how many times now? Tell me this is less luck based.
And then eventually caps came out, and that was my bread and butter for the longest time. And then I migrated to zombies. I feel like I've gone through pretty much every phase of game type, so it's really helped me to be a more well-rounded player.
Yeah, for sure, man. It's crazy. The caps versus zombies seem like almost opposite ends of the spectrum.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that actually all I used to play was nothing but cats. And then the zombie tournament came, and I kind of fell in love with zombies, and the rest was really history. Looks like you got this game there.
Well, let's see if I'm fast enough.
32 territories. I think you can handle it.
All right. Feeling good. Hey, I can't believe it. I did not deserve to win this game at all. It's just a lot of splits, right?
It is. Yeah. Well played. Good game.
Yeah, good game, man.
Poor,
Wow.
poor velocity.
Poor Velo- I know. He was due. He was due.
Yeah, you gotta let him win it now.
No, I'm not. You deserve to win that game. I got super lucky, man. Oh, buddy, that was so good. Thank you so much for doing this. I feel like
Yeah, no
I only
problem.
scratched the surface of talking to you, but we have been playing for just about an hour, so. Is there anything that you would like to touch on or promote before we end? Or recommend to people? Did we lose Aries?
Hello?
Yes.
I guess just keep playing. keep entering tournaments, and don't be afraid to play with anyone.
Don't be afraid to play with anyone. I love that. Well, thanks, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for having me.
Anytime. Anytime. I love playing with you. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Thank you guys for watching.
Likewise.
Yeah, awesome, man. Thank you guys for watching. If you are interested in getting better at the game of Risk, I have a daily release schedule on YouTube. I invite you to subscribe to my channel and come along this ride with me. We do a fixed game on Fridays. This show, the Waiting on Your Best Behavior podcast, on Wednesdays, and every other day is whatever I feel like. So for all of you on the path to world domination, good games and good luck.